place for a campaign office. But let us watch. Then they have not occupied it. A few days later, they occupied it, and the Abians sealed that story or that gossip or that propaganda. I will not say it is true. I will not say it's false. I'm not there. But the position they took made it now look very, very clear that that could be true. So, and as Abians are not interested in anything concerning PDP, they were so much bent on our party to present a very formidable force for them to see a party to rely on and push the PDPs away. But these political approaches now made the party no more the choice of the state. And that is where now the governor-elect, Dr. Alex Soti, now capitalized on that, and the OB wave, and also God's will. Alex Soti now took over the whole thing. So after that, we are not yet closed. The Abga party is still there, and good thing we are nearing Congress. By 17th, our Congress will start off. The ward, the local government, the state, and the national. And I think from there, if the party wants to make a difference, I mean, if the party wants to tell Abians that they are indeed, yes, what people are saying as the choices of the state, it is time for them to make a very nice step in the right direction.
Well, it's interesting, your introductory part as to what led to the downfall, if you like, of your party, the All Progressives Grand Alliance, and the just recently concluded general elections, particularly as far as Abia State is concerned. Well, myself particularly handling some of the news and current affairs program on this platform, and one who has hosted some of your gladiators, for those who were gunning at the time for the governorship seat, or for those who were wanting to get your party ticket. I mean, a lot of positive reviews went on the part of your party, from callers, from those who commented on political issues. Prior to the governorship election, the party fronted the likes of Chikwe Chikwe Udensi, Professor Gregory Bay, which you've talked about, and generally Joma, some of the best brains Abians can afford anywhere. At a point in time, it seemed like Abga was taking center stage. It seemed like Abga was definitely destined to take over government house from whoever emerged as the governorship candidate. From what you have said so far, would you say that the downfall was triggered, or maybe should I say the leadership of the party were the architect of your party's downfall in the elections? Should we rightly say that?
I have already said that the leadership of the party, as led by a Hebrew, is clueless. What do I mean by that? In a situation that you had 4 able, competent candidates, a leader with a very good, clear clue will take SWOT analysis, their strengths, their weakness, their what are the other things. Then, after taking that,
the strength, the weaknesses, the opportunities,
the and the threat, yes. After taking those analysis, they would have said, this is the right person to move. This person stay this side, this person stay this side, this person stay this side. Then presenting a situation that will put a division in the 4 persons. What do I mean by that? These 4 persons took the nomination tickets of the party to vie for the office of the governorship. The leadership of the party took side before the very primaries election as against the 3 others. Chief Chikwe Udensi is an expert in security. He can read the air and know what is happening. He was the first person to identify that there is something wrong in the system. That the system that is going to produce this election is mad, is going to be wrong, is wrong. He was the person that first started shouting foul in the whole process. The other three, and another thing is that they can't cow Chikwe Udensi under their shenanigan by extorting money from him, because he is far above all those illiterate approach of extorting candidates. But the other three are new in the system, and they are like a virgin cow, and not really a virgin cow, a breastfeeding cow, so they have enough milk for them to milk. So they were giving them so many stories, taking money from them, and at the end of the day, moved very, very glaring open to one person. That was what took the three, not one, not two, the three remaining to court. So it is a clueless vision from the leader. If the leader was experienced, he would have made good use of these four and also get a right result. Yes, one person must emerge, and four of them need that one person must emerge. So the best thing for a leader to do is to ensure you exercise a free, fair primaries where everybody will be seen, whether the loser or the winner will be sure that he wins or he loses. But a situation that after your primaries, you were jubilating that your candidate has won. An institution that ought to be unbiased was unbiased. A referee dancing and jumping, pumping champagne that Club A won Club B. It is definitely a show of incompetency. That is what, first of all, broke the centerhold of the party. That's what broke the centerhold of the party. So from there, the center could no longer hold. All of them moved to court. But still, take it. The court issue is a blame game. If anybody should come out here and say, why are we faced because somebody took them to court. No. There was no court injunction restricting Professor Gregory Bay to continue his campaigns. So he had all he ought to do to win his elections.
Well, yeah, some people would believe so. I mean, despite the back and forth following the process, that, I mean, he had the high pedestal to have emerged regardless of what transpired within your party.
Yeah.
So, what then happened? I mean, away from what you called shenanigans of the party leadership, he still had a better standing, didn't he, Professor Gregory Bay?
That is still what I'm saying. That after all these things happened, Professor Gregory Bay is not a foolish man. He also realized the incompetence in the leadership of the party and stopped doing what he ought to do, because every money he may have brought out then will also be swallowed. The people that are there are 98% ready to eat your money than getting results.
One would suppose, I mean, if the baton had fallen on him at that time, we should have been talking about moving away from the party leadership. Now you're talking about campaigns, and the bulk of the vote is not going to come from the
Mr.
party
C,
leadership.
if I'm to tell you the fight that went through then before a list of the campaign council came out, you won't believe. Ihemere had his own campaign list. Charles Ukago has his own campaign list, together with Emeka Okafor also has his own campaign. There were campaign lists flying up and down. Proof of the inability of those that are aware not knowing what they should do.
So where was Gregory Bay in all of this then?
Mind you, he had a health issue and was not in the country then. So the people that ought to get themselves organized and move the stage forward are more interested on where position they will take, they will have to make more money. That is what broke the whole thing. That's what broke the whole thing. The incompetence of the leadership.
You mentioned health issues of Professor Gregory.
Yes.
Wasn't that in any way a bit of a negative?
Wisdom. If wisdom is okay for everybody, I would have suggested that he should have stepped down for somebody that is more healthy to run for that office, because that also marred the campaigns. When he came back to the States, he was more of road shows, not really that healthy enough to meet the people where they ought to be met. But road shows, greeting people from a distance, and that one also triggered another set of propaganda. So when you put all these things together, that is also what a visionary leadership should have also considered in taking side. Who is the best in this? Who is the best in this? Who is the best in this? Okay, how can we merge these four to work as a team? General Ijoma is coming from the military side, will help in security. Professor is good in wisdom, as in intellectually, to bring foreign hands and all kind of stuff, as he's also claiming to have all those reach. Etigwe is a son that will also help to man the legal aspect of all these things happening in the States. Then Chikwe Udensi is well versed. He has the audacity, he has the willpower, he has the money, he has the wisdom. And let us also refresh our memory very clear, Mr. C. Before these primaries, it was Chikwe Udensi whose presence was literally seen in the entirety of the state as one contestant. His name was everywhere, even far beyond whoever. He did so many palliatives, and he's also doing. So when you look at all these things, who is best of these four? As a visionary leader, they ought to have known the best and positioned the best and bring in the trade to support and get the ground tilling and get the job done. But they failed to do that. Mr. C, let's go to if you have other things.
I mean, definitely I was going to, because
yes.
We need to know the history. I mean, of course, ABGA is not going to fizzle out following the elections and whoever emerged. People need to know what really transpired. And indeed, if we had the opportunity of hearing from the other political parties as well, we definitely would cherish the idea. But before we move on to other issues, still on that, proud to the announcement officially of the governor-elect, the candidate then of the Labour Party, Dr. Alex Oti. Your candidate, Professor Gregory, had already congratulated Dr. Alex Oti as the governor-elect of this state. Was that the position? And before then, we had a position from your party that at the time seemed not to have been in sync with what was then clearly the outcome of the process. There was a little bit of back and forth until at a point in time subsequently you guys were speaking the same language. What played out then, if you will, quickly?
I don't really understand the merging of the rephrase the narrative. Let me get you very
Professor Gregory, I'm sure you know, before the INEC did the official announcement of Dr. Alex Oti, the governor-elect, had already congratulated Dr. Alex Oti as the governor-elect. At least from indices, I believe he must have analyzed. But before then there was a statement, I don't know if you stumbled on it by virtue of what we do, from your party that didn't seem to go in that direction.
I understand you very well.
Yes.
As I said, this is politics. And it is sportsmanship when your opponent wins and you see that yes, he won, it's wisdom, you congratulate him. I have done that, he replied me, and I was happy, you know. But that shouldn't take away whatever that had been said. I don't think that Professor Gregory Bay congratulated Dr. Alex Oti because he's switching over to Labour Party, no. Me also congratulating Dr. Alex Oti is not that I'm switching over to the party, no. Abia and likewise the whole states, the whole nation, we shouldn't run mono-party system. And that had been our problem, particularly in Abia State. We are that illiterate in politics. Like when it was PDP, everybody trooped to PDP. Now it's Labour Party, everybody's also trying to troop to Labour Party. That's not the way it ought to be. Opposition parties should come together and present a very forceful end of being an opposition party. For what you said, that was during campaigns. The campaigns are over. Alex Oti has emerged. We are not fighting against Alex Oti. We are wishing him well, but that is not to say we are taking our mattresses to his house. No.
To sleep there. Okay, we'll be going for a break shortly.
Okay,
well, what's the way forward, Abga? I know your Congress is, you mentioned, is it May 17th?
Yeah, this May 7th.
Oh, yeah. So, what's the way forward for your party?
As I have said, there is still a remaining green leaf in the olive. That is the Congress, an opportunity for the party to redress themselves, remove all these fraudsters from the system, and
that's pretty hard.
They have not debunked it. I petitioned them. I asked them for accountability, for them to do account, and they have not rendered account. So I don't know what a fraudulent man is if not being able to render an account. So if there is other better word, I would choose to say that, but for now that's the little I know, and that's the way I can address it until they render an account for that. So to that I'm saying that if, as we are already in the Congress, the party need to shake off all these bad eggs and put in fresh people.
Are you contesting?
Definitely. I'm going for the state chairman of the party. I
understand Diano Kabiri is going for that position as well.
That is also that's what I'm saying. They are also reorganizing themselves for another loot. Let me address an online post. My good friend Onukubri posted. He let us to know that there was this story of the lion trying to devour the fox, and the fox said, "Please, don't eat me. I will not make a full meal for you. Allow me to go and get for you a bigger meal that you eat for days and you'll be satisfied." The lion left the fox. The fox went and met the donkey and told the donkey, "Look, the lion wants to make you the king of the jungle. Let's go and meet him." The donkey followed the fox to go and meet the lion. And when they reached, the fox told the lion, "Look at what I brought for you." The lion bounced on the donkey to eat the donkey. The donkey, one way or the other, ran away, but got two of its ears being chopped off by the lion. And the donkey ran to the fox. Look at what happened. The fox said, "Oh, the lion just removed your ear so that when he will bring the crown, it will fit on your head. Go back. He's just dressing you." The donkey stupidly also returned. The lion also bounced on the donkey. The donkey also ran away, but his hoofs were also being chopped off. He also came back to the fox. "Look at what transpired." The fox said, "Oh, he also dressing your leg." to put a befitting shoe. Go back. You just be patient and stay with the lion. You will finally become the king of the jungle. Unfortunately, the donkey went back the third time and was devoured by the lion. What am I saying? These people gave our party the worst leadership so far we have had in this state. And they are still reorganizing themselves. If you read Onukubiri's posts on media saying all manner of things, I used to laugh. You are at the helm of affairs. We did this abysmal, and you are still saying everybody got wrong. So how is it that you are going to give a good leadership when you're already a leader?
Okay, let me pause the thoughts right there because we need to go for a break shortly. And I just did a little reminiscence of George Orwell's Animal Farm with the allusions of the animals right there. Well, let's do a short break. It's Open Parliament. We have as a guest Ambassador Chiguru Muki. He's the State Vice Chairman, Abia Central, ABGA. My name is Mr. C. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Experience the smooth and strong feeling that consistently surpasses expectation. Leading the way in high-performance lubricants, Master Supermoto Oil is as durable as titanium. Experience the smooth and strong feeling that consistently surpasses expectation. Leading the way in high-performance lubricants, Master Supermoto Oil is as durable as titanium. Experience the smooth and strong feeling that consistently surpasses expectation. Leading the way in high-performance lubricants, Master Supermoto Oil is as durable as titanium. Experience the smooth and strong feeling that consistently surpasses expectation. Leading the way in high-performance lubricants, Master Supermoto Oil is as durable as titanium. Experience the smooth and strong feeling that consistently surpasses expectation. Leading the way in high-performance lubricants, Master Supermoto Oil is as durable as titanium. Experience the smooth and strong feeling that consistently surpasses expectation. Leading the way in high-performance lubricants, Master Supermoto Oil is as durable as titanium. Experience the smooth and strong feeling that consistently surpasses expectation. Leading the way in high-performance lubricants, Master Supermoto Oil is as durable as titanium. Experience the smooth and strong feeling that consistently surpasses expectation. Leading the way in high-performance lubricants.
Said
Master Supermoto.
Ehime is coming from the Abia South. He took over from Ukebu, who is from the Abia North. This position ought to come to Abia Central, which virtually I am also eminent and qualified for that office. And I'm also moving for it. You've asked of key players. Since I've made my interest known to all of them, none is saying no to it. Then I would say I have the support.
Who are the key players then? Who's saying no?
I knew I have sent my messages of my interests to all of them. The truth be told, I don't have that of General Ijoma, but I have sent for the rest of them. But some of the rep members, some of the house members, some of the let me know, because of I've never sent to General Ijoma, I will also say some of the Guba aspirants. And I've also, as I've said, I have the support of, if not all, I have the support at least 14 of the local government chairmen. So if it is something, let us go to pool, let it be a proper election. I'm not deterred, I'm not scared. So I now win. So that being said, I think if we look even beyond the zoning of a thing, we need somebody that has the vision, that has the temperament, that has the wisdom, and also that has that humility to bring every warring parts together. I have no issue with any of the Guba candidates, Guba aspirants. I speak with them when it is necessary. I speak with them. And as it is, I am not also going to create a position that will create division, like the way the present leadership is doing. They are not in good terms with Barrister Hamdi Wenke, a beauty member of the party. They are not in good terms with Chief Chikwe Udensi, a beauty member of the party. In the national fora, a pillar of the party. In their meeting, they said if they will return as beauty members of the party, they will scatter the party. Of what capacity do you have to scatter the party?
Okay, we'll be going to the phone lines to have reactions.
Okay.
But quickly, if we may have a reaction, we now have a governor-elect.
Yeah.
Sure, campaigns are over, obviously. Oh yes, we pretty needed to hear your own story, the story of your party, the All Progressives Grand Alliance, and obviously there's going to be a way forward because you've mentioned the issue, the lethal matter of congresses. May 29th, we'll be having a new governor, a brand new governor installed, of course, voted for by Abians. This person we're talking about, Dr. Alex Oti, was a candidate of your party in the elections of 2015 and 2019. Obviously, you mentioned, for democracy to thrive, there needs to be viable opposition.
Yes.
What disposition is it? What disposition does your party have towards his emergence? How do you intend to work with him, and how do you intend to oppose him if you like, if the mantle falls on you to be the state chairman of the party?
Yeah, Mr. C, I have already said, I personally have wished Alex well. If it is to pray, I have prayed for him to succeed. But if you say that being done, that I will ask every opposition party to go home or everybody to join Labour Party, I will say no, no, no. Why? For the good of Abians. Obviously, if Alex Otti, as he is the governor-elect, marries all warring nerves, bringing them in his government, the masses are going to cry them all, because nobody will be bold enough to say, you are doing this thing wrong this side. Just like the way PDP goes. There was never a time the House members came open to say, Governor, you're not doing this thing well. You're not doing this too well. Do this like this or do this like this. Why? The government in power is settling them very, very sumptuously. And now, if the opposition party will now close up and say they're joining Labour Party, that is wrong for the state of Abia. That being said, the kind of opposition we are going to give is going to be a good critic approach to his government. So to keep him in the right direction for the good of Abians. If there are places he's not doing well, just like my principal will say, I support Alex Otti. It's not my party, but I wish him well.
For the good of Abia.
For the good of Abians. That whatever it is, he will be better than the PDPs. That is his position. And that's also my own position. That is not to say if I'm giving the state chairman of the party, I will now be whining and dining with him. No, I will give him a very hot chase for him to do well. But if eventually he didn't do well, I will also come out here to say, look at this, look at that, look at that, look at that. I will also make up there and present to the state a more credible person to take over from him.
You mentioned House members of the current administration not doing enough in terms of checking the activities of the current executive.
Yeah.
We saw what happened. I'm sure you've been keeping tabs as well recently in the House that talk about impeachment, this or that. And there are those who believe that this has to do with whoever emerges as the next Speaker of the Abia House of Assembly, and that those who believe that the incoming governor, Dr. Alex Otti, should kind of have a say as to who emerges the Speaker of the Abia House of Assembly. Do you agree to that? Do you support that? Would that necessarily mean well for the governance in the state? Wouldn't it build a situation of having the assembly a rubber stamp, in which case they might not necessarily do the necessary checks and balances as required?
Let me come in there, Mr. C. The thing is this. In Nigeria, if you bring every indices, every factor together, there is a factor I used to call Nigerian factor. And that Nigerian factor is very dangerous. It turns white to red and red back to black and black back to yellow at any given time, at every different situations. Coming to a right approach to who becomes the Speaker of the House, the governor ought to influence it if there is no Nigerian factor. What I mean by that is this. Once there is Nigerian factor in that, and the governor is quiet to allow anybody to emerge, that he's going to be transparent, he's going to work, that whoever that emerges will be objective with him, and also when the reason why the person is fighting to be the Speaker of the House is to mar your government. That is where the problem is. And as I say, we are in Abia State under Nigeria, and there must be Nigerian factor. So that Nigerian factor should make Dr. Alex Otti to look critically and ensure that he give whatever it takes to get a better person to be the Speaker of the House. While he's also looking forward to giving his best, like I sent him in a message, I said, the Abians are expecting more than much from you, and that is true. So while he's looking towards that end, he shouldn't allow a distraction And let me also tell you, Mr. Sim, my take concerning the NLC strike. It is political. A story in our language said that tortoise, mbedabra no lulu, olulu pit toilet, and he has been there for 7 good days. Then on the 8th day, people were trying to rescue it from the pit toilet. He was shouting, "Please bring me out, so I don't want this smell to kill me."
Whereas you've been there
for 7 days and you have not died. Then why saying, "Please be fast, I don't want to die"? Now, the Labour NLC had been with all these series of backlogs unpaid salaries. They have not owned up to move for this strike, an indefinite strike. Why now? Few days to the handover.
So what's the politics in it?
The politics is this: once Alex comes in as a governor, the Labour opposition will now give him templates which he must follow before they return. And if Alex is not buying in that, people will be saying, you see Alex, so he doesn't still want to pay this and that and this.
So the strike, you mean the politics is to be disadvantageous to the incoming
governments.
Okay, let's post your thoughts now. Let's get the views, even though time not a friend of our callers. Sorry. 1 minute, 0816-111-5955, 0701-651-4107. Let's have it in 1 minute. Open Parliament. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. C.
Good morning to you.
Good morning to your guest.
Good morning, sir.
This is calling from Ukraine.
Welcome.
Mr. C, I'm missing you on the other side. Let's leave that alone.
I miss it. I miss it.
The story of Abga in Nigeria, and particularly in Abga State, is very, very pathetic. I agree that there is always a hand of God in human affairs, but Abga is the one destroying itself. A party that has golden opportunity to become the second largest party in Nigeria, but there has always been fight and infight and distrust among themselves. They would have been the one enjoying the momentum well. They handed it over to AGC and Labour Party. Very sad.
Okay.
And the situation is one place for them to come back even to be number 7 is going to be very, very difficult. But I wish them well.
Thank you.
As for your guest, but I don't think he will be a good material as chairman of ABGA in Abia, because he will be.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. C.
Good morning to you.
Obrigado. Good morning, the guest in the studio.
Good morning.
My name is Obidon Chad. If I live, and I'm calling from Mapara.
Welcome.
Yes, I want to concur with the last caller, what he said. What ABGA is doing is ABGA is getting problem because of what they did. They could allow Dr. Alex Oti to still remain in ABGA. Dr. Alex Oti get one governor in 2015, also in 2019 through ABGA party. But because of greediness in ABGA, they push him away. So for their Congress, I'm wishing them successful. I'm wishing them successful Congress in their party.
All right.
For the MLC, what the incoming chairman of ABGA said about them, somebody who that entering into the pit toilet and stay 7 days, and the 8 days he said let them too fast. Yes. What they actually like what they are just all a million. the NSC is not doing the things right now.
All right, thank you.
Strike when the Dr. came in. Once he come in, he will pay them. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's do one more.
Mr. Steve.
Good morning to you.
Good morning. Good morning, our guest in the house.
Good morning,
Good
sir.
morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, this is Norman the Prophet in the house.
Welcome.
I just want to ask our guest one question. I pray that you become the what is aspiring to be. God will help you.
Thank
But
you.
I want to ask one pertinent question. Why is it that politicians will always go to court if it doesn't favor them? Look at the 4 gubernatorial candidates of APGA went to court, and did they not just subpoena and say, if let us follow this man, let's in a spirit of sportsmanship, and after spending money, spending time, you did not get that until our politicians learn. So the question is, why is it that it's something that makes them happy? They always go to court. Right? They don't want spirit of sportsmanship. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. So you want to respond?
Yes,
quickly?
let me start from the last caller there. Why the politicians always go to court is because they have materials to go to court with. But when there's an issue, maybe a primaries, and there is no material, there's no irregularity, there is no malpractices, nobody will have the material or whatever issue to go to court for. So you now see that they go to court because there are always room for one failure of one thing or the other with the thing that was not done right. That's being said. Then to the other person that said that if I emerge that the state chairman that I won't be fair to all is not true. I am always objective, Mr. C. And that my objectivity made me to attach to everybody that is also objective. That is the truth. I'm in good touch with Chikwe Udensi. I'm in good touch with Etigua. You should also know that 2 of them are also in court. I mean them.
Okay.
I was also in good touch with Professor Gregory Bear, whom I have not called on the phone before, is General Ijoma. I'm in good touch with every of the aspirants. I had their numbers. And saying that I will be dancing to one side is not at all in position at all.
Let's leave it here, Ambassador. It was nice having you on Open Parliament this morning, and
I still have my ending remarks.
Oh yes, please go
Before
ahead.
you forget it.
30 seconds. Go ahead.
Anyway, I must say that my people, the APGA compatriot, let them come out and let's do this Congress. Support me. I'm vying for the office of the state chairman, and also telling the whole Albians, let them not move to Labour Party. We should give a strong opposition so that we will help Dr. Alesoti to serve the masses.
All right.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you, Ambassador. Chigoromuki, there is the State Vice Chairman, Abia Central, APGA. Of course, like you heard and know already, he is gunning for the #1 seat as the leadership of the party in the state. Well, that's the size of a package this morning. And by the way, he represented regular guests, Interpol Systems consultant, Chikwe Udensi. We'll be back same time, same station next week. In the meantime, we'll take you to the newsroom for the